My name is Dina. I'm from Kazakhstan. Usually I work as photographer and videographer. In 2023, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and because of the treatment, I had a lot of free time and at the same time weakness and fatigue, so I couldn't do a lot of activities. It was the moment when I started to play video games, because I wasn't like video gamer before, but always knew somehow that I probably will like video games. So when my treatment started and I had a lot of free time, I thought like, why not try and to see? And I just googled top list of best video games of all time, and Subnautica was on the list. I was totally blind. I didn't know anything about video games, didn't know what to expect. I just decided to give it a chance, and best experience, the time of my life. I grew up by the coast of the Caspian Sea. So as a kid, it was a lot of swimming in the summer, and I always loved urge to just dive and discover. My first days in Subnautica was like everything that I always wanted to experience. This bright color reefs with friendly fishes, and it felt like a dream that I always had, and it was relaxing.
We encourage you to nurture your dreams.
Well, so I played Subnautica not just at home, but because chemo sessions quite long, so I just took my laptop with me and played there. And it really helped because you have to spend there maybe 5, maybe 6 hours, sometimes even more. When you have an ocean, like a whole planet to discover, like it doesn't feel like bad, it doesn't feel sad to go to chemo. It just feels like, okay, just one more adventure. It kind of helped me to have good feelings, to get good memories from it. Usually in media, cancer story are sad story. Generally, when people hear like cancer, they imagine like sad people, dead people sometimes. And I don't really like it because cancer is like, it's so many people have it these days. After I posted my post on Reddit, I received like so many comments and I read them all, and I was touched that there were not only people who like cheered me up, but also people who also had cancer in like their life. Just wanted to make more positive example of cancer story, not just sad stories. We went through the similar journeys together and similar experiences, not only like on that ocean planet, but with our cancer stories. It also helped me to feel like connected with people. I had this feeling of like fear of unknown because you never prepared for things like this. And when I started to play Subnautica, I also had kind of similar feeling, and while I was exploring the planet in the game, I also was like navigating my treatment, my diagnosis, learning more about it, and it kind of became less and less scary. I thought that Reaper is kind of similar to to my case because it just stays here and you were aware of it. If you like know how to behave, if you doing your best, you just live happily together. I never tried this before. I don't know why. You see, it just goes like around on my like arm, and I'm just, when you have a tattoo, I don't know like if you have this feeling or not, but sometimes you just forget that you have such a cool tattoo, and you just pass by the mirror and you look, wow, this looks so nice.
Exploration is conducted at your own risk.
So I had this box like for a week or maybe more. Oh, I'm shaking like literally. I didn't expect it. In the process of making Subnautica 2, we often find ourselves challenged to stay inspired. But fans like you help renew our passion. Seeing your repertoire too and hearing your story reminds us that while we are getting paid to do our jobs, the real reward is crafting a game that reaches people, especially in their time of need. I'm like touched, like yeah, really didn't expect to be so so emotional.
Hey there, everyone. My name is Zach Weigel. I'm the founder and CEO of an organization called Gamers Outreach. We're a nonprofit that works with hospitals all around the world to help give kids access to video games while they receive medical care. When a child is in treatment, so much of their daily life suddenly becomes about procedures, recovery, and what it means to be in a medical environment. Kids are dealing with experiences that are difficult, and they really benefit from ways to mentally step outside of that environment for a while. So things like video games give them something totally different to focus on. Games provide a source of exploration, creativity, ways to socialize, and of course we all know as gamers, they're just plain fun. The thing that stands out most to me is the sense of discovery and creativity that people experience while they're playing. Subnautica really encourages players to explore, build, and figure things out on their own. There's just something calm about an ocean setting. The colors, the creature, the atmospheres. These really create immersive spaces for kids to sink into. So they're not thinking about treatment schedules or anything else that might be going on. They're thinking about what's behind that next reef. I think games like Subnautica really offer this almost meditative, calming experience. Games like Subnautica don't just offer distraction, they really mentally transport children and families to somewhere entirely else. In Subnautica, of course, you're exploring alien oceans, you're discovering new creatures, and you're building something of your own. And that kind of immersive experience makes a huge difference in helping kids relax, cope, and just stay positive during their treatments. It's incredible to see the impact that video games have inside healthcare facilities. They really create a sense of escape and connection at a time when kids often feel like they're isolated and have very little control over what's going on. And so what we're recognizing is that video games often give folks something they can share in together that isn't about the illness or treatment that is taking place. We've seen parents playing with their kids, we're seeing siblings compete with each other, and we're even seeing times where health workers are actually using video games as a way to decompress themselves or as a way to connect with kids who are going through treatment. You know, we've seen instances where a health worker might use a video game to ease a child's anxiety. Maybe they will explain a certain type of procedure that's about to happen, and they'll do that while they're playing games with the child to just connect with them in a way that's more familiar.
This PDA has rebooted with one directive: to keep you alive.
Subnautica was a once-in-a-lifetime type of game.
I can't overstate how proud I am that they've gotten to this point.
Really cool to make these sort of milestones.
It feels like there's nothing else like it.
That is so sick!